तो कैसे हैं आप सब? So in this video we are going to discuss the PYQ from 1979 to 2024. So today's topic is money and banking. इससे पहले हम मनी एंड बैंकिंग पे 2 वीडियो कर चुके हैं. मनी एंड बैंकिंग यूपीएससी के इकोनॉमी में एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है. एवरी ईयर 3 to 4 क्वेश्चन इस टॉपिक से आपके प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन में पूछे जाते हैं. ओके, सो इन दिस सीरीज व्हाट वी आर डूइंग हियर, हम इस सीरीज में क्या क्या कर रहे हैं. वी आर डिस्कसिंग द 45 years of questions from the PYQ from 1979 to 2024 and these are the theme wise questions. means आप यहाँ पे particular topics के question को attempt कर सकते हैं जो यूपीएससी ने पूछे हैं. Then the same question you can attempt on the Edukemy portal जहाँ पे जिसका link given है description में, as well as you can also download the class notes of the same from the given link in the description below. Okay, so this is the series become very important for you. One, this is a thematic series. It's not available anywhere else. आप जो भी टॉपिक आप पढ़ते हैं उसका प्रैक्टिस आप यूपीएससी के पीवाईक्यू ही कर सकते हैं, जिससे आपको पता लगेगा एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज द डिमांड ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन, आप क्या पढ़ रहे हैं और यूपीएससी क्या क्वेश्चन पूछता है. So this is about the series. Okay, now let's start with the question. We are going to discuss the Indian economy, money and banking, part 3. Okay, so the first question is here. The first question is related to, with reference to the institution of the banking ombudsman in India, which of the following statement is not correct? So we need to be focused on the keywords also the syntax, exactly what the question want to ask here. So we need to be tell which statement is not correct here. We should focus on the not correct statement. The first statement, the banking ombudsman is appointed by the RBI. Yes, this is correct. The second, the banking ombudsman can consider complaint from non-resident Indians and accounts in India. Yes. The third, the order passed by the banking ombudsman are final and binding on the party concerned. No, it's a quasi judicial body. तो जो भी order pass करेगी ये एजेंसी या ombudsman, it may be binding or may not be binding. ये statement गलत हो जाता है. Then the D, the service provided by the ombudsman is free. Yes, it's a free service that's provided to the citizen against any financial kind of the frauds. So the answer of this question will be C here, because we need to tell which statement is not correct. Okay, now let's move to the next question. The next question, with reference to the India, consider the following statements. Which of the above are considered as the steps taken to achieve the financial inclusion? Means we need to see the question with respect to the financial inclusion. Financial inclusion means any policy of the government which includes the different strata of the society in the banking system. That's include the different strata, even the BPL, APL, सब लोगों को banking system में include करने की कोशिश करते हैं. That's a part of the financial inclusion. So let's see. Nationalization of the banks. Yes, this is the part of the financial inclusion, because when the bank are nationalized, so it will become easy for the different kind of the peoples to enroll in them, to open their bank accounts into the banking system. Then the formation of the regional banks to tap the specifically the rural area, because so that the rural economy can also be included into the financial inclusion. And the third, adoption of the village by bank branches, means in the village level पे भी government ने specifically Reserve Bank of India ने target किया कि we can open the bank branches at the village level and particular area level. So all the three are related to the financial inclusion, that steps taken by the Reserve Bank of India or the government of India related to the financial inclusion. So the answer of this question will be 1, 2 and 3. So we can mark the D is the right answer for this question. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Before going to the next question, we are launching our prelim support program that is going to start from the 11th of January. 11th of January. The first batch was started from the 9th of December. If you want to join that batch, you can also join. We are starting the second batch from the 11th of January. After the huge success of the first batch, we are launching the second batch. What are included in the prelim support program is written here: the practice test, analysis sheets, UPSC mixed test, CSET support we are also providing to you. UPSC mixed test means different examination के जो question UPSC conduct कराता है वो भी आपको करा दिए जाते हैं. आपको current affair की classes भी कराई जाएंगी. We are specifically focused on the analyzing your paper, how you are performing in the different paper, where are you lacking out. स्पेसिफिकली जब तक आप नहीं जानोगे कहाँ पे आप कमी कर रहे हो, यू आर नॉट एबल टू रेक्टिफाई दैट मिस्टेक। सिमिलरली आपका जो पढ़ा हुआ है, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ द टेक्स्ट, किस तरीके से आप उसको पढ़ोगे, कैसे इन्फॉर्मेशन निकालोगे, कैसे टेस्ट को एनालाइज करोगे, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू इंप्रूव ऑन एक्यूरेसी को कैसे बढ़ाओगे, ऑल दीज थिंग्स वी आर डिस्कसिंग हियर। बिकॉज मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, सिर्फ पढ़ना सिर्फ 50% है, बाकी इज द गेम ऑफ अटेम्प्टिंग द थिंग्स, गेम ऑफ एनालाइजिंग ऑफ द पेपर। तो ये सारी चीजें हम हमारे प्रीलिम सपोर्ट प्रोग्राम में कराते हैं। In the last year, in our program, more than 45% of the enrolled students qualified the prelims, and this is a huge number. More than 50% of the questions are directly appeared from the prelim test series, and the candidates who joined this program in the last year, they have increase in the accuracy rate and increase in the confidence level in their examination. So this is the achievement of the last year PSP. So you can also join the prelim support program, जिसका link description में given है, and I can assure you if you're joining the program, your chance to qualify the prelims will increase. Okay, now let's come to the next question. The next question is about the National Housing Bank was set up in India as a wholly owned subsidiary in which of the following? This is a complete factual question. The National Housing Bank comes under the subsidiary, it comes under the Reserve Bank of India. It comes under the Reserve Bank of India. So you should remember these kind of the information. Maybe sometime they can ask the factual question related to it. So answer of this question will be B. The National Housing Bank comes under the Reserve Bank of India. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is related to which of the following Indian bank is not a nationalized bank. Not a nationalized bank means nationalized banks are those banks that are under the government, government of India control. means सरकारी banks को बोल सकते हैं nationalized bank है. The corporation bank, yes, it's a nationalized bank. Dena bank is also government bank. Federal bank is a private bank and it's a foreign bank entity. So it's not a nationalized bank. So federal bank is not a nationalized bank. So the answer of this question will be C. तो आपको पता होना चाहिए what is the nationalized bank, what are the scheduled commercial banks, what are the difference between the foreign banks and the nationalized banks, what are the term and condition for these banks. तो आप सारी information आपको होनी चाहिए so that you can attempt your answer very easily in the paper. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is about the consider the following statements. The life insurance company is the oldest insurance company. LIC is the oldest one. Yes, this is a correct statement. LIC is the oldest life insurance company in the country. National Insurance Company Limited was nationalized in the year 1972. Yes, this is also a correct statement. NIC is a National Insurance Company Limited is nationalized in 1972. Headquarter of the United Nations Insurance Company in Chennai. Yes, this is also a correct statement. Chennai में है headquarter of the United Nations Insurance Company. So the answer of this question will be A. 1, 2 and 3. All the statements are correct and these are very factual questions. Because you can see the year also. This is from the 2006. At that time, the pattern of the UPSC was the more factual side, but now the pattern is evolving, it's more toward the analytical side. So you should focus on accordingly. But maybe one statement, maybe the one kind of the factual information can be given into the analytical question and that can be repeated from these questions. That's why it's become important for you. Like the LIC के बारे में ही बात करें, गवर्नमेंट ने LIC के IPO को लॉन्च किया. So that's the LIC न्यूज में रहा है. तो LIC के ये पूछा जा सकता है कि which LIC is one of the oldest company in the India. तो ये स्टेटमेंट्स आपके बाकी स्टेटमेंट्स के साथ ऐड हो सकते हैं. सो यू शुड फोकस ऑन दीज काइंड ऑफ द डेटा. नाउ लेट्स come to the next question. Yes, before going to the next, we are launching a CSET batch from the 21st of December. And the first class will be on the 27th of December. In this batch, I'm taking this batch. In this batch, we are focusing on the UPSC new pattern related to the CSET. Because in the CSET, it's become a difficulty for many of the candidates. If you see the GS cutoff is going down because of the CSET toughness level is increasing continuously. And we are specifically focused on how to attempt the paper. किस तरीके से आप स्मार्टली वे में CSET को क्वालिफाई कर सकते हैं, कैसे विदाउट फॉर्मूला भी आप CSET को क्लियर कर सकते हैं. हम इसमें फोकस कर रहे हैं वर्कशीट नेचर्स पे. एवरी क्लास में आपको वर्कशीट दिए जाएंगे एज वेल एज यू विल गेट द बुकलेट्स टू practice for these kind of the quantitative aptitudes, logical reasoning and reading comprehensions, as well as we are also focusing on how you can do these things in the classroom itself, ताकि आपको घर जाकर प्रैक्टिस ना करना पड़े और आपका पूरा का टाइम अब यू कैन गिव टू द जीएस. सो one more thing, the C set is the game of question selection, and I am teaching here how it's a game of question selection, so you can join the batch and you can forget the C set. अगर आप join करते हैं तो I can assure आपको C set qualify करने में कोई भी issue नहीं होने वाला है. Okay, now let's move to the next question. The next question is about the National Housing Bank, the apex institution of the housing finance in India, was set up as a wholly owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India. If you see, the same question was asked in the 2010. आपने देखा होगा, पूछा गया है नेशनल हाउसिंग बैंक किसका सब्सिडरी इन द 2010. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन वी डिस्कस टुडे. It's repeated in the 2004, means 2004 से क्वेश्चन 2010 में दोबारा पूछा गया. So you can see the repetition here, how the UPSC is repeating the same things. The Small Industrial Development Bank of India was established as a wholly owned subsidiary of the Industrial Development Bank of India. Yes, IDBI का. Its answer is both 1 and 2. Answer is C here. Both the statements are correct here. Now let's move to the next question. Next question, consider the following statement. Reserve Bank of India was nationalized in 26 January 1950. No, it's the wrong statement. It was nationalized in the 1949. So if you remember the Reserve Bank of India Act 1949, you can say that it was nationalized in the 1949, not in the 1950. So the first statement is not correct. The borrowing program of the Government of India is handled by the Department of Expenditure. No, this is also a incorrect statement. Initially it was the Reserve Bank of India, but now there is a separate department for it, Department of Debt Management. Department of Government Debt Management is a different department which is handling with the government debt. तो यहाँ पे दोनों स्टेटमेंट गलत हो जाती हैं. सो आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन विल बी डी, नीदर 1 नॉर 2. तो आपको ये भी फोकस करना होता है कि दोनों स्टेटमेंट गलत है या सही है. हाउ यू कैन डू दैट, किस तरीके का आप आइडिया लगाएंगे. यू शुड फोकस ऑन दीज थिंग्स एज वेल. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. वी नीड टू टेल हियर अबाउट द ब्रॉड मनी, M3. Broad money. Broad money are the money that can be the easily liquefiable एंड जिसमें कम्प्लीटली एसेट्स बन सकते हैं, लिक्विडिटी को बढ़ा सकते हैं, जो लोगों के हैंड्स में है. बैंक में टाइमली डिपॉजिट्स हैं, डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स दैट इज अवेलेबल इजीली टू द फॉर द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द पीपल. दैट्स आर द काइंड ऑफ द ब्रॉड मनी. लेट्स सी द करेंसी विद द पब्लिक. यस, मोर इजीली लिक्विडिटी बढ़ाई जा सकती है. डिमांड डिपॉजिट विद द बैंक्स, यस, एंड टाइम डिपॉजिट विद द बैंक्स, यस. ऑल द थ्री आर द M3 in India and answer will be 1, 2 and 3. Very simple question. जब भी आप मनी एंड बैंकिंग पढ़ते हैं तो इसमें M1, M2, M3 क्या है, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ मनी आपको पढ़ना है. तो आपके लिए होमवर्क हो जाता है व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ M1 एंड M2 एंड हाउ इट्स आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द M3. M1, M2, M3 से कैसे डिफरेंट है तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में बता सकते हैं. नाउ लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू द फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन. It is related to the financial institution and we need to tell the chronological sequence. क्रोनोलॉजिकल सीक्वेंस में हमें इसको बताना है. क्रोनोलॉजी के बारे में आप जानते ही होंगे कि क्रोनोलॉजिकल कैसे कैसे चीज़ें चल रही हैं. आपको अपने डॉक्यूमेंट भी दिखाने पड़ जाते हैं, क्रोनोलॉजी समझानी पड़ जाती है इन द केस ऑफ द पॉलिटिक्स, अगर आप समझ जा रहे हैं तो. सिमिलरली यू नीड टू टेल अबाउट द क्रोनोलॉजी ऑफ दीज इंस्टीट्यूशन. द इंस्टीट्यूशन नेम इज द IFCI, ICICI, IDBI एंड द NABARD. So the IFCI in the 48, it was established in the 1948 if I am right. Then the ICICI was in the 1955. ICICI was in the 1955 and the IFCI in the 1948. Then the IDBI was established in the 1964 and NABARD was in the 1982. So these are the establishment date of these institutions. The IFCI 1948, ICICI 1955, Industrial Development Bank of India 1964 and NABARD in the 1982. So these are the chronologically arranged. Answer will be 1 here, 1, 2, 3 and the 4. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Next question is the question number 10. Consider the statements. It's a banker of central banks. Yes. It formulates the monetary policy. Yes. It's an agent to respect of the Indian. No. The third statement is wrong here. So I can eliminate third here, third here, third here. So the answer of this question will be A, 1 and 2. So you can see if you know the one statement also, तब भी आप क्वेश्चन को कर सकते हो. और आपको पता है कि this statement confidently right, so you can directly move to the option and can eliminate the options and you can mark your right answer. So the answer of this question is A here, 1 and 2. Now let's move to the next question. The farmers are provided with credits from a number of the sources for their short and long term needs. फार्मर्स को लोन कहाँ से मिलते हैं? सबसे पहले फार्मर्स को लोन मिलता है मनी लेंडर्स के थ्रू, देन रीजनल रूरल बैंक्स होते हैं, उसके बाद प्राइमरी एग्रीकल्चर क्रेडिट सोसाइटीज होती हैं, आफ्टर दैट शेड्यूल कमर्शियल बैंक्स होते हैं. दीज आर द मेनली सोर्स ऑफ द फार्मर्स टू getting their money on the interest. So let's see the options here. The primary agriculture cooperative society, commercial banks, RRB, and the money lender. Yes, these are the all are the format here. All are the institution that provide loan to the farmer. NABARD is not directly providing loan to the farmer. RBI not directly providing loan to the farmer. DCB and the lead banks IRDP not providing loan to the farmers. So you can eliminate the option here. The answer of this question will be A here. These are the institutions which provide loan to the farmer. Now let's come to the question number 12. It's a very easy question. The banks are required to maintain a certain ratio between their cash in the hand and total assets. Before going to the question, we can understand there are the two kinds of the ratio. One is the cash reserve ratio and the other is the statutory liquidity ratio. The cash reserve ratio is the ratio which the scheduled commercial bank keep this ratio with the Reserve Bank of India. ये अपने डिपॉजिट्स का कुछ एक अमाउंट रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के पास रखते हैं and the percentage of this ratio 4.5% because it's recently increased. Monetary policy committee ने recently 50 basis point इसको increase किया है. Means if the CRR will increase, then the liquidity in the market will decrease because the bank is having the less amount to provide loans. लोन देने के लिए कम अमाउंट रहेगा बैंक के पास अगर वो CRR में ज़्यादा डिपॉजिट करेंगे. Now let's move to the second one. SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. This is the amount of the money the bank deposit जितना भी होता है उसके 18% शेड्यूल कमर्शियल बैंक अपने पास रखते हैं. It's a scheduled commercial bank अपने पास रखते हैं 18%, so that in the case of the issue in the failure of the bank they can return the amount to the customer. So बैंक को बचाने के लिए and the बैंक को stability देने के लिए SLR रखा जाता है. And SLR different kind form में हो सकता है. It can be in the form of the government securities, it can be in the form of the gold. So this is the SLR. अगर आपको याद रखना है तो you can remember it easily. आप इसको आसानी से याद रख सकते हैं. SLR S you can go with the scheduled commercial bank. SLR S you can go with the scheduled commercial bank. Similarly in the CRR the double R you can go with the Reserve Bank of India. तो जो भी confusion होता है कि हाँ मुझे confusion रहता है कि CRR किसके पास होता है SLR किसके पास होता है तो you can remember accordingly. So the answer of this question will be the statutory liquidity ratio B. It's a B. Now let's move to the question number 13. The question number 13 is the accounting year of the Reserve Bank of India. अगर 2020 से पहले मैं अकाउंटिंग ईयर की बात करता हूँ बिफोर द 2020 द अकाउंटिंग ईयर ऑफ द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया वाज जुलाई टू जून बट द गवर्नमेंट चेंज इन द 2021 में उन्होंने चेंज किया इट विल बी फ्रॉम द अप्रैल टू मार्च. नाउ इट इज चेंज फ्रॉम अप्रैल टू मार्च ही रहेगा ताकि जो गवर्नमेंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर फॉलो करती है आरबीआई भी उसी फाइनेंशियल ईयर को फॉलो करे. दैट्स वाई अगर मैं बोलता कि 2020 से पहले तो ये आंसर होता, 2020 के बाद ये आंसर होगा. सो ये बताता है कि आपको करंट अफेयर के साथ भी अपडेट रहना है. यू नीड टू स्टे अपडेटेड विद द करंट अफेयर्स. नाउ लेट्स कम टू द क्वेश्चन नंबर 14. द क्वेश्चन नंबर 14, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग is the correct sequence of decreasing order in the given currency in the term of value, and this keeps changing. So I will recommend you can go to the RBI website and you can check there which currency have the what value, so you can directly go there. This will be the homework for you. I'm not discussing this question, but you need to know कि किसको value ज़्यादा दिया जाता है. You should focusing on that. Question number 14. Now let's come to the question number 15. The question number 15, the sum of the which of the following constitute broad money. You can see the repetition again. The same question was asked in the 2004 and 1997 में भी पूछा गया था. broad money, the money in the people hands, the money with demand deposit with the banks and the timely deposit with the banks. That's a kind of the broad money which is represented in M3. ठीक है, so this is the same question which is repeated earlier जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया है. Now let's move to the next question. हवाला ट्रांजेक्शन. हवाला का नाम आपने बहुत सुना होगा. It's also a part of your security issue. हवाला ट्रांजेक्शन मीन्स कैश में ट्रांजेक्शन होंगे सारे के सारे, रुपी में ट्रांजेक्शन होंगे सारे के सारे. Receive for sale, transfer share without going through the banks, receive in rupee against overseas currency and vice versa without going through the offline channels. Commission service rendered to overseas, made politics, parties, individual. No. The answer will be one here, received in the rupee against the overseas currencies and vice versa without going through the official channels. So the answer of this question will be A. 15 will be A. The Narasimhan Committee for the financial sector reforms suggested reduction in SLR, CRR, SLR, CRR, SLR financial capital goods, SLR, CRR, and the SLR, FCR. So the answer of this question is the B, SLR, CRR, and the priority sector lending. So Nasiman committee ने recommendation दिया था, and this was the question was asked in the 1995. So the pro mentor tip for the money in banking. Number one, you should focus on the all the kind of the banking, even it's a scheduled commercial bank, even it's the cooperative banks, even it's the payment banks, even it's the RBI, even it's NABARD. You will focus on all these things. You will focus on the RBI in a detailed version, policy of the RBI you will focus on. You will focus on the different kind of the financial mechanism and any institution in the news related to the money and banking, आप उस पर भी फोकस करेंगे. टाइप ऑफ मनी पे फोकस करेंगे, मनी होता क्या है, मनी मल्टीप्लायर क्या है, मनी बैंकिंग में क्या क्या चीज़ें आती हैं, तो आप सारी चीज़ें इन पे फोकस करेंगे. यू कैन फोकस ऑन द 12th class NCERT chapter money and banking, but please stay updated with the current affairs, because most of the questions are related to the current affairs in the money and bankings, as well as RBI क्या पॉलिसी लेके आता है, क्या क्या चीज़ें चेंज होती हैं उसमें, तो यू कैन रिलाई ऑन दैट. तो आप इन सब पे फोकस करें. एनी डाउट्स रिलेटेड टू द थिंग्स यू कैन आस्क इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. You can join the prelim support program and the CSET that's going to start soon. The details are given in the description. Thank you.